Hello everybody, it's Claire here and welcome to my online tutorial on how I made my vintage money box from the Cirque papers. So we're going to wind right back to the start and start off with a plain painted MDF money box, and I'm going to take you through how I've covered it. Let's get the box in. So what I've done with this is I painted it black, just with acrylic paint, and then I've gone around all of the edges, the shiny bits that you can see, I've used the decoupage glue cum matte medium, and I've just gone around all of the edges, top and the whole of the bottom, just to give that shine that we'll see when the box is finished, that you can see. And then to fit around that, I've cut a picture of all the little clowns running into the circus ring, and then I've just edged it along the bottom with a tiny piece of red card, and I've cut that out with the black and postage on the edge die, that one. And then I have cut 4 pieces of paper. That's going to form a sort of picture inside. So 4 pieces of paper that actually fit. Let me just show you the box. On each of the 4 sides, like that. I just need to trim that one. And I'm going to stick 3 of those down first. All of the pieces that I've cut out I have edged with the black soot distress ink. That's the Tim Holtz black soot distress ink. And now I'm just putting some tacky glue all the way around and through the middle of the pieces that I'm going to stick on first, which are the 2 side pieces and the back piece. So I'm just going to work the glue to the edge of the paper, turn it over, let's just lay this down so you can see, and then position it and stick it on. So there's piece number 1 stuck down. Now I'm going to do the same with the sides. So more tacky glue all the way around and down the middle, and that stops the paper from bubbling up away. Let's just work the glue to the edges, away from the centre of your piece of work. So piece number 2, I like to leave just a tiny black border around the edge of the papers. Let's just move that when I stick them onto something, because I think it really sets them off. And then just make sure that everything's really well stuck down. So that's piece number 2. And let's turn it over and add piece number 3. So more glue around the edge. Lots across the middle. I'll just smooth it right into the corners to make sure that it sticks. And doesn't squidge out, and drop it on, centre it up, and it's too far up, just move it down a little bit. So and then make sure that it's well stuck down. So let's just smooth everything down. You can use your brayer to do that, but I'm quite happy just using my fingers, just making sure that everything is stuck. If it isn't, I just go back and add just a little bit more glue where it's needed. So those are the 3 sides put on. Now for the front. I cut a piece of paper that is exactly the same width as the front, leaving no allowance for the border, and I cut it in half, and then on the bottom part, as you can see, I've covered it in the dabber. This is the red pepper dabber, because I wanted it to be red on the inside, and then I've inked it all the way around with black soot ink, and then I've started to curl the paper back, and let me just show you how I did that. Just with a pencil, it just softens the paper up, and I want it to look like the front of the circus tent, so I've just sort of rolled the paper around the pencil so that it has that curved look. And I did that with both of them. Let's just do this one. And I've done it at an angle so that it looks like the curtains are, or the tent is opening, like that. So the 2 fit together like that. And then underneath that, from the main sheet of paper, which is called, oh, I can't find it now. Yes, I can. Le Cirque. I should know that, shouldn't I? I've cut out just the top right-hand corner of the sheet that's got the clowns running in, as I said, and then along the bottom I've just put that red border cut out with the black and postage on the edge die, just to cover up, because I cut the circus master out from here, and I just wanted to cover that up. I've also put a little bit of the blue stripy paper in there as well, so that you can't see through it. And that fits along the bottom of the box like that. So let's stick that one down. Oop. Oh, the glue's decided not to work now. Come on, glue. Here we go. So all the way around, and don't forget your squiggly bits down the middle. Work it to the edges. Centre it up. And stick it down. And that one I have stuck right up against the bottom ridge on the money box. Smooth it right down. Like that. And now we're ready to put the curtains on the front of the tent. And to do that, I'm just going to stick across the top and down the side on these 2 pieces. Because I've cut them exactly the same size as the box, there is a little overlap at the top. I'm just bringing those in now, 1/4 of an inch, again to get that black border. Let's just get rid of that glue that's squidged out. Stick it along the top, and then you can see it will pull out. So let's stick the other one down. Make sure I'm sticking the right side. Just going to smooth that down, stop it squishing out. I know it's really messy working with glue, but sometimes I do think over time the tapes tend to peel up. Okay, so let's line that up with the bottom of the box, just leaving that black border and overlapping at the top. Let's stick that down. And then that looks as though the tent's opening and there's lots going on inside. The next thing I did was, let's just hold that down a minute. To cut out the ringmaster, and lots of fussy cutting on this. I love doing it. I know it takes a while, but I really like the elements on the papers the Graphic 45 make, and when you cut them out you can do so much more with them. So I cut out the ringmaster, and he is going to sit just on the side here. So I'm going to stick him down before I pull the curtains back and finish them off. Again, I've gone round him with black soot. If you follow me, you'll know that I've got a real obsession with white cut edges. I don't know why. So I ink everything. Okay, let's make sure that he's well glued, because he is actually going to fit and curve around the edge of the money box. And then I'm just going to sort of hold him onto the paper that's curling up there. Make sure that he's stuck down there. Stick him down the side. Let's put some glue under his hat. So that's a really neat fit under the, around the corner of the box. I've cut out one of the tiny little clowns from the 8x8 paper, and I'm going to stick him just down in that bottom corner to sort of hide the, oops, it's alive, to hide the joins in the paper where I cut the ringmaster out. So gluing him all over, and then I'm just going to poke him over the top of that red border at the bottom, make it look like he's running in. Like that. And then for the top, I've cut a piece of, or two strips of red card, and they're cut at 1.5 inches. I've attached them together and they fit all the way around the top of the box. So I've already sort of folded the corners, and I have put double-sided tape, let's do it that way, on there, and inked, I haven't inked the bottom, so let's just ink the bottom edge. I've inked the top edge as well. I'm quite a rough inker. And do everything in mid-air, which is not good if you follow Tim Holtz, that's not the way to do it. And then I have put some double-sided tape on the back of here, which I'm just going to peel off, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glue as well. So let's try and get the backing pieces off the tape. There's one. And two. And then I'm just going to run some glue along there as well. And and then start fitting that from the centre at the front all the way around. And I'm just pressing the top down but not the bottom, and that's going to fit right up against the ridge around the top of the money box. So if I stand him up and then just work this round the sides to the back, it should stick, and then do the same with this one. Let's just work it around the side there and to the back. So that just puts a red band around the top, and then over that I've cut a piece of the stripy marquee paper, and that one I've joined as well, is going to fit over the top of the red piece and go all the way around. So I've put the clowns all around the side, dotted them about. I've got some acrobats here, and then a clown on the back, the man with the umbrella and an elephant, and they're all supposed to look like they're running around the box. And then the suited and booted man here, another acrobat and the clown, all running round to the front. And then I've stuck down these tent flaps with some tacky glue, and then I've used the new pins, the new Graphic 45 brads, the ones that go through the butterflies. I've taken the back off and I've stuck those down over the flaps just to finish off the front there. Next I'm going to add some flags or bunting. Here it is. It's just going to hang around the top of the box, and I've used the May Arts black and white baker twine to put the flags on, and to attach them all I've done is cut out the bunting and then just put some glue on the back and pushed the twine onto the glue. Let it dry, and that's ready to attach around the top of the money box. So let me do that and I'll be back. And there it is, all stuck on. Again, just flat to the box with some tacky glue all the way around. And then onto the front I'm going to stick the circus procession sign, and I'm just going to poke that behind the flags or the bunting. So again, more tacky glue, and that's just going to slot under there and under there. Stick it evenly. This was one of the pop-outs from the collection, and what I've done is just folded it so that that front section stands up. So crinkled it either side of the wording, and that just finishes off, I think that's even, finishes off the front of the box. And then around the three sides I've made some very small rosettes, and those are made from the Tim Holtz, which one is it? The mini paper rosettes, decorative strip, and they are really cute, really nice, and I thought they'd look great on the box. So let me show you how to make one of those before we stick them on. So 2 pieces to cut out, the long strip and the circle, and then all you do is just fold the whole piece, concertina it up, shall I zoom in a bit and you can see, so concertina it up along the perforated lines that the cutter makes in the paper, right to the end. Now at that point I like to ink that. Let me just get my inker, it's fallen on the floor. So while it's all scrunched up, I like to just ink the edges, again to sort of mask that white cut look. It is a bit fiddly, but twist it round. And then I'm going to ink just around the sides of this circle. And then you need to stick the 2 ends together. So just put some tacky glue on there, bring the other end round and stick it. Just push it together. Now I've lost where it is, oh there. And then pinch it. I just like to pinch it just to make sure that it's completely stuck. And you'll see there's a curved edge and a straight edge. So with the curved edge down, all you do then is start to force the middles inwards and push down. Whoop. Let's turn it over, so I've done it the wrong way. It does like to pop up, which is not good. And then holding it, take the circle that's to go on the top, put lots of glue on that so that it works its way down through all of the folds, pick it up and pushing the rosette together, put that circle over the top and just hold it in place just for a couple of seconds, just so the glue starts to take, and that will hold the rosette together. You can put one on the back as well, that just makes it extra firm, but I think that's okay. That's holding nicely, and that's ready to go on the box. So I've got 3 of those. There's 2 that I've already made, and now let's add them on. So there they are, all on the sides with the flags and the clowns. So I think it's looking really pretty. A real fun money box. And all that's left to do now is just to put the finishing piece on the top. So I've cut, it's actually from the 12 by 12 paper, and that cutout fits really nicely. I've already cut out the slot for the money to go through, and now I'm just going to put some tacky glue on the back of that and stick it down. Making sure that it's really well covered. And smoothed right up to the edge. So I'm just going to do that on the mat behind the box so you can't see me. That's it. And let's just slot it over, line it up. Let me just have a look because I'm working back to front. Oh yeah, that's fine. And smooth down. So there it is, my finished vintage money box made out of the Cirque papers. I'm really pleased with how it's come out. I think it's a really fun piece, and it's a present for my cousin's son who has just had his first birthday. So mustn't forget, if you give somebody a money box there should always be something in it. So I'm just going to put a pound coin in to start him off. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another project.